Hello, I am Sharat Chandra, selection grade lecturer, HMS Polytechnic, Tumkur. Today, I am going to explain the unit number 3, bus and commercial vehicle bodies, in the subject vehicle body engineering of 5th semester automobile engineering. See, in the previous session, we are explained the how bus and commercial vehicle bodies are manufactured. See, generally in the three ways. That is, first one is the integral type. That is, in the factory itself, the chassis and the body will be manufactured. The second one is body is separate and the chassis is separate. And in the third type, semi-integral type is partial, half portion will be manufactured as the single unit and the separate one will be there, that is in the semi-integral type is there. See, in the previous session I have explained the conventional type. Today I am going to explain the integral type of bus body. See, this topic consists of a table of contents, bus body designs, integral type body design. See, what is the concept of integral type body design? Next, advantages and disadvantages or merits and demerits, questions, multiple choice questions, and the references are the covered in this session. The first one is the unit body or the integral bus body. It is also called as the monocoque body. See, generally, see this, that is the low speed vehicles, that is the LMVs, that is cars, jeeps, and all those things generally manufactured by making use of this type of body. See, this is also called as the monocoque. See, monocoque means, see, it is called as the single shell. In the French word, see, single shell is called as the monocoque. See, it is a construction or the technique that utilizes the external skin to support the some or most of the load. The technique may also be called as a structural skin or the stressed skin. See, this type of manufacturing is started in the year 1922 in Lancia. That is the first attempt to develop such a design technique. Lancia Lambda to provide the structural stiffness and lower body height for its torpedo car. For the car, they have started first manufacturing like this. In the previous session, we are told that that is the conventional body is manufactured, that is the separate under chassis, and the separate body will be manufactured for the heavy vehicles. For the light vehicles, we are using the integral body or the monocoque chassis or the unibody of construction. See, this is the type of body construction in which body of the vehicle, its floor, and the chassis form the single structure. Such a design is generally lighter and more rigid because it is a single component. There we are using the several component fastened by making use of the several fastening methods. That is the nut and bolts, welding, and all those things. Due to those things, naturally the weight becomes more. Here the weight is less compared to that method, and the separate body and the framing. This vehicle structure has shifted from the traditional body on the frame. See, this is the lighter unitized body structure that is now used for the most of the cars, jeeps, and light motor vehicles. See, this integral type of bodies for the wheeled vehicles are typically manufactured performed metal panels and other components together by the forming procedure. See, this type construction consists of, see, this monocoque meaning the single shell, that is the, as we explained earlier, in the French it is called as the single shell structure. See, there is the, then here it utilizes the external skin to support the some or the most of the load. This technique may also be called as the structural skin or the stressed skin, which is as shown in the sketch. Next, in the unitary body, unit body uses the system of box section, bulkheads, and tubes to provide the most of the strength of the vehicles, to which the stressed skin adds relatively little strength or stiffness. Units like engine, gearbox, axles, etc. are mounted on the flexible understructure which is fabricated by welding. That means you know that in the previous section we are explained that the engine, gearbox, and the different components are mounted on the side members or the cross members. There are two side members are there in the conventional body construction. On that 78 cross members are there. On that one they are mounted. But here in the tube type of construction is there. On that one, engine, gearbox, etc. are mounted. See, this body pillars, which are ring frames, are attached to the two extreme side members called sole bars by bolting. The paneling is done as per the specification to give the good integral structure. The under and body structure acts as a single structure to carry the load. Thus, for the given with withstands the most stress, which indicates the every member of the structure steering the this one. See, considering the vertical and lateral bending, see, moment is calculated and section is required, decided, allowing the for the reserve factor depending upon the road conditions. Chassis body structure, body weight considered as uniformly distributed. So that means UDL. It is calculated by making use of the UDL because it is made from the tubes type of construction. We know that the tube type of construction withstands the more UDLs. So it is manufactured in the tube type of construction. So if you compare this method with that conventional method, the first advantage is it is lighter in weight. If it is a lighter weight, as you know that the mileage is more and it gives the more life and the vibrations are less. Here the first advantage is lighter in weight compared with the conventional type of body construction. So fuel consumption is less. Next, the second one is easy entry and exit and lower flow rate is achieved. See there, the entry and exit will be higher rate because here under chassis is separate, body is mounted on the under chassis in that conventional body construction. In this type of integral body construction, entry and the exit is lesser right, and which can be achieved because the older persons are there. They may not be to alight the vehicle, they may not be lift their legs and all those things to alight and leave the vehicle. It is very difficult. So in this type of vehicles, they can easily alight and they can easily come back with the vehicles. Then the third one is greater strength because it is manufactured from the tubular construction. You know that in the greater strength can be achieved. Next, fourth one is free from squeaks and rattles because you know that in that type of construction, that is the conventional body type of construction, squeaks and rattle is more. Here rattling and the squeezing are less by the working of bolted joints which are absent in this type of construction. Reduction in the heat in the driver and the passenger area because there those things are manufactured from the box type of construction to box type of construction. Here these things are manufactured from the tubular construction. So here reduction in heat in the driver and the passenger area. Low noise and vibration level, it is natural. See, if it is a reduction in the heat and is there, so low noise and the vibration level is less. Lower the windscreen level and the better visibility to the driver. Assembling of the component is easily. See, if it is some part is defective, so only those parts can be removed and those components can be welded by making use of the different fastening devices. Mainly this type is used in the car type of construction. In the almost all of the car, they are manufactured by making use of this type of constructions. The next is disadvantages. See, in this type of manufacturing, when a car is involved in an accident, it is more expensive because the whole assembly gets the accidented. So whole assembly is to be replaced. Naturally, large panel section is to be removed. Then the full body is to be removed. Then the cost becomes more. So then the second one is there is a greater liability of the injury to the driver. There is a chance is there because the whole assembly is a single assembly. So the driver may be getting the injury. Next, the third one is it is more expensive because if it is a small defective part is there, the whole assembly is to be shifted. Whole assembly has to be newly, you have to build those things. For this purpose, it is a more expensive to introduce changes in body styling to keep abreast of the times. Next, the fourth one is there. The initial cost is more because if it is a manufacturing means everything is to be purchased from the new one. So the initial cost is more. Thick gauge material should be used, or otherwise if you use some low quality material, if it is a rust will be starting from that one, the whole assembly is to be replaced. So cost becomes more. For this purpose, while initially manufacturing itself, the thick gauge material should be used. More cost to avoid the corrosion. It is quite natural because no part should be weak. or some parts gets the corrosion means the whole body will be gets the corrosion. To avoid these things, more good quality material should be used for the body manufacturing. See, these are all the disadvantages. See, in this topic, in the examination, you may get the questions like this. With a line diagram, explain the integral body design. If you write the line diagram, you are going to get the 5 marks. For the explanation, integral body design, 5 marks is there. Totally 10 marks is there. Then the second one is writing the procedure of integral body design. First, you have to manufacture the side members. Then afterwards, you have to fit the pillars. Then afterwards, you have to skin parts should be assembled. Like this, if you write the 10 procedures, you are going to get the 10 marks. Next, finally, the third questions may be list the advantages and the disadvantages of the integral body design. For the advantages, if you write the 5 points, you are going to get the 5 marks. Then if you mention the 5 points in the disadvantages point, 5 marks is there. Totally 10 marks are there. The next is multiple choice questions are there. See, in the multiple choice questions, the first one is there, rigid body structure design is present in rigid body means very good construction is there in the integral body design. While explaining the starting of this topic itself, we know that while explaining the advantages also, we are mentioned that the rigid body structure, that is a tubular structure, by making use of the tubular structure, integral body design is very rigid if you compare with the all other type of body design. Then the second one is integral body designs are also called as, you know, that the monocoque design or unitary body design or unitary body design. All of the above is the correct answer. Next, the third MCQ is, in integral body design, body weight is considered as, you know, that the uniformly distributed load. That is, the answer is A. See, it is not a UDL, varying load. It is not considered as the varying load or the point load or the any of the other loads. Next, the fourth MCQ is, in integral body design, fuel consumption is, you know, that it is a moderate, because if it is a weight is less, actually it is less, but due to the tubular construction, weight becomes somewhat more. So here the answer is moderate. Okay. Next, the fifth one is lower flow rate is present in integral body design. Next, repair cost is more in integral body design. If it is a small part, it will be damaged. Whole assembly is to be replaced. For this purpose, repair cost is more in case of the integral body design. Next, seventh one is dash is less in integral body design. See here, noise and vibration, appearance and comfort, and the speed and low. Less means noise and vibrations are less in this type of body constructions. See, all these materials I have collected from the different websites. See, that is, and also the textbook Vehicle Body Engineering by Polsky. This is very important for the vehicle body engineering. Almost all of the material will be collected from this textbook. And also one more is there, that is the Indian author book, that is Ramalingam is there, Automobile Engineering by Ramalingam. And also similarly, one more is there, that is the Automobile Engineering Volume 4, Anil Chikara. And also, so that is the Vidyarthi Plus one website is there in the www.vidyarthiplus.com. See, it supplies the very good material for this topic. And also the Vehicle Body Engineering by Bharat University. Similarly, Vehicle Body Engineering by Selva Kumar V. And also the Vehicle Body Engineering from Kumaresan. See, in the last, I am going to give the thanks to Siddharth, is the LMS team. They provided me to deliver this topic in front of you. Okay, thank you for watching this video. And also I am going to express my sincere thank you for Gopinath sir, who is the chairman for LMS team, and also Sri Jagdish or Bagli sir. See, they are the coordinator, and also Sir Gove sir, moderator for this subject, and also all my colleagues, they are provided me the contents and all those things to express in front of you. Thank you for watching. If you find any difficulties, queries, questions regarding its topic, you can mail me to my address. My email address is sharatchandraauto@gmail.com, or you can make me to call with for my phone number 9448870 984. Once again, I will repeat my number 9448870 70984. Thank you for watching this video. If you suggest any improvements on this one, I can accept all those things. I will provide in future my sessions. Thank you one and all. Thank you for providing this opportunity to present in front of you. Thank you and all.